It started innocently enough, sitting in my living room with my best friend Adil and my wife Ayesha. We were sharing drinks, joking, laughing, until Adil smirked and said, "Honestly, man, no wonder she's bored with you." I froze. My heart sank. What was meant to be casual banter quickly turned into public humiliation. My wife laughed nervously, glancing at me as if encouraging him. The words cut deep. Years of trust, respect, and friendship were shattered in seconds. I felt anger, betrayal, and embarrassment all at once. That night, I swore I would turn the tables and make them pay. The next few days were torturous. I couldn't stop replaying Adil's words in my mind. The humiliation gnawed at me. Worse, I noticed subtle glances between him and Ayesha. Suspicion crept in, and I began to realize the betrayal might run deeper than I imagined. My wife had laughed at my public embarrassment, and my best friend had taunted me with cruel satisfaction. Rage surged, but I forced calm. I needed evidence, strategy, and timing. Emotional reaction would only ruin me. If I played this right, the humiliation could be reversed, and revenge could be devastatingly satisfying. I began subtly investigating. Checking messages, social media, and past interactions revealed suspicious communication between Ayesha and Adil. Screenshots, timestamps, and secret meetings surfaced. Every hidden interaction became proof of their collusion. I also discreetly contacted mutual friends to gather testimonies without alerting them. The betrayal was more extensive than I feared, but patience was my ally. I documented every detail meticulously, preparing for a calculated confrontation. My goal wasn't just to expose the affair, it was to ensure they experienced the same humiliation they had inflicted. Precision, timing, and strategy would be my weapons. For weeks, I observed quietly. They believed I was unaware, laughing, and texting secretly. Every interaction strengthened my resolve. I didn't confront them impulsively. Letting them continue their arrogance allowed me to gather more proof. I documented every message, every secret meeting, every slip of the tongue. Their confidence became their weakness. The more they underestimated me, the more potent my revenge would be. My patience transformed betrayal into opportunity. By the time I revealed the truth, they would be blindsided and unable to deny the evidence or escape the consequences of their collusion and mockery. Finally, I arranged a private meeting. I invited both Ayesha and Adil under the guise of reconciliation. As they arrived, confident and smug, I calmly placed my phone on the table, displaying every message, photo, and timestamp. "I see how much fun you've been having behind my back," I said softly. Their smugness evaporated instantly. Panic replaced arrogance. They tried excuses, laughter, and deflection, but I remained composed. Evidence spoke louder than words. Humiliation and fear overtook them. The balance of power had shifted completely. The friends who had mocked me were now vulnerable, exposed, and utterly powerless. Within hours, the affair and collusion were exposed to mutual friends and family. Shock rippled quietly but decisively. Ayesha and Adil faced embarrassment, ridicule, and social isolation. Their attempts to manipulate perception failed. Meanwhile, I maintained composure, dignity, and authority. The humiliation they had inflicted on me was now returned tenfold. My calm, calculated approach had turned the tables, allowing justice to manifest without emotional chaos. Every sarcastic comment, every mocking word they had spoken to me became irrelevant. Their arrogance and betrayal had become their undoing. My revenge was strategic, complete, and irreversible. I took further steps to protect myself legally and personally. Separation arrangements, finances, and boundaries were secured. Ayesha tried pleading and negotiating, but the evidence was undeniable. Adil faced social consequences from mutual friends and family. My revenge wasn't impulsive, it was methodical, ensuring they couldn't manipulate or escape the consequences. The humiliation I endured was balanced, and justice was delivered. Calmly, their actions had consequences far beyond what they imagined. My dignity remained intact, and my patience and strategy ensured that betrayal and mockery would cost them heavily, both socially and emotionally. Friends and family quickly understood the truth. Ayesha and Adil faced criticism, loss of trust, and embarrassment. Their arrogance and deceit were now public knowledge. Meanwhile, I maintained a calm, dignified presence, a stark contrast to their panic and regret. The power dynamics had shifted completely. They had underestimated me, thinking their mockery and affair could go unnoticed. Instead, their actions resulted in irreversible social consequences. By relying on evidence, strategy, and patience, I ensured their betrayal cost them far more than my initial humiliation. Justice was delivered quietly but powerfully. After the fallout, I focused on rebuilding my life. Friendships were strengthened, trust restored, and personal goals pursued. Emotional wounds healed slowly, replaced by clarity, confidence, and dignity. Betrayal had inadvertently provided me with insight and growth. I met people who valued honesty and loyalty, reinforcing my sense of self-worth. Meanwhile, Ayesha and Adil struggled with social shame and regret. My strategic revenge ensured they experienced the same fear and humiliation I had felt, while I emerged stronger. Their betrayal became the catalyst for my growth and empowerment, proving that patience and precision are stronger than impulsive reaction. The experience taught me a vital lesson. Betrayal and humiliation must be met with strategy, evidence, and patience. Impulsive reaction rarely delivers justice. By observing, documenting, and planning, I reclaimed dignity and ensured consequences for those who mocked and betrayed me. Ayesha and Adil lost credibility, trust, and respect, while I preserved mine. Revenge doesn't need chaos, it requires precision. Today, I focus on life, growth, and meaningful relationships. The ultimate lesson: when friends and loved ones betray you, calculated, patient action can deliver justice, dignity, and satisfaction, far beyond immediate retaliation.